Good morning. My name is Katherine Long. It is my great pleasure and honor to have been asked to speak with you today. St. John's means a great deal to me because I was born and raised in this church. Through my many years at St. John's, I have been welcomed with open arms and love. St. John's and my family have always been a rock to help me through the highs and lows of life. It started when I was little, and I would patiently wait for the children's sermon, hoping that maybe this time Miss Crawford would give out candy, or maybe this time I could make the congregation laugh. Once she had finished her sermon in the sanctuary, we would all go to children's church where we would learn stories from the Bible. Along with that, who could forget Miss Beth and Mr. Rebels with our fun times in choir and handbells? I'm sure all of us can remember those special white robes with the big red bows we always got to wear. As our church numbers grew, the youth center was built, and we were able to enjoy the new rotational Sunday school. My personal favorite was Hollywood, because that's when we got to sit in the movie seats and eat popcorn. There were special and memorable times in all of these rooms, and that were taught by the loving members of our church. Then the time came when I was finally old enough to enter Quest, and I was so excited because then I got to be with the big kids. Quest has taught me that growing closer to Christ can be done through reading and learning or through volunteering. A favorite mission trip of mine is Salkehatchie. The memories of working on hot roofs and constantly scratching at the skin covered by fiberglass are replaced with memories of the homeowners smiling and thanking us for all our hard work at the end of the week. Salkehatchie has helped me realize how blessed I am and how it can only take a week to brighten someone's life. Tsunami is a favorite retreat, and I dare to say a many of a favorite of you. I can recall a few years back when the girls of Quest created a flag football team and ended up taking home the infamous Santa. With Clay Summers as our coach, we were unstoppable. And who can forget Clay and Val in the mosh pit jumping around, and Clay even being called up to the stage and doing the worm. Our trips wouldn't be the same without Mr. Ronnie Wallace, who ironically rooms with the Quest newbies and always keeps the older kids entertained. These special trips and Quest activities at St. John's have helped me grasp that God's love can be shown through friends or even strangers, and have helped shape me into the person I am today. My family has been a part of this church for many years, and if you know any of us, you realize how close we are. My mother and father have taught me to be loving, compassionate, forgiving, and instilled a sense of right and wrong. Through the many trials and tribulations that life brings, they have shown me that the grace and love of God triumphs all. For that, I am truly grateful. My beautiful mom is my rock. She is always there when I need her, no matter the day or time. She puts her life on hold and puts my siblings and I first. Her creative ways always come in handy for school projects or any arts and crafts. My dad calls her an overachiever because she always goes the extra mile, whether it be with snacks for the basketball team or Olaf cupcakes for the volleyball team. Thank you for that. My dad supports me no matter what I always wanted to do, and his constant humor never ceases to amaze me. He will always be the most capable and creative man I know. My brother Jeffrey and my sister Victoria have helped guide me through life, often giving advice, both good and bad. Jeffrey is my big brother, who has been a role model that I have tried hard to follow. Every year as I step onto a court or field, I remember the courage and leadership he has taught me through sports. Victoria, who many say is my twin, has taught me to enjoy life and not take everything so seriously. Her charismatic and bubbly personality has taught me to be self-confident and dependable. I find myself in a unique situation that both sets of my aunts, uncles, and cousins live less than 100 feet away from me. They are always there to support, lead, and often give advice whenever I run over and ask. My grandparents have surrounded me with love and have shown me what family truly means, not just by the bonds of blood, but also by the bonds of love. They have each participated in multiple church activities and shown me that giving back doesn't just have to be with money, but can also be with time as well. It's a special thing when you can introduce yourself to a church member and they respond with, "Oh, you're Maggie Sutton's granddaughter," or, "Oh, you must be Pat and Carol's granddaughter." And when my grandfather, Big Jack as we called him, passed away, my family and I were shown just how special this church is. The love that the people of this church showed for him meant the world to me. I realized in those moments, you don't just have one family. You have multiple families that comfort and support you and help get through anything. And someone once said, "You don't choose your family, they are God's gift to you." And I truly have been blessed with all of you. Now, graduating class. Many of us have been together since we were in diapers, others since middle or high school. Honestly, it doesn't matter how long we've known each other. What matters is that we've created friendships that will last a lifetime. Friendships that will last over miles, and in some cases, state borders. And as we enter the next chapter of our lives, these friends and our church family will help us make the transition from high school to college. It seems like only yesterday we were all entering Quest, and we could only imagine the day we graduated. Well, that day is closer than we think, and change is coming. Many of us will go our separate ways, some all the way to Georgia, others to Winthrop. We will face challenges, and some we won't know how to conquer, but with faith and trust in God, we will eventually overcome them. Deuteronomy 31:8 states, "The Lord himself goes before you, and he will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged." College will be a challenge for everyone, and a little advice from a wise John Walsh: do one thing at a time, give each experience all your attention, try to resist being distracted by other sights and sounds, other thoughts and tasks, and when it is, guide your mind back to what you're doing. Yet my advice to you is when you're in doubt, focus on God, for he will guide you back.